Hello Lafayette Lions, this is Mr. Engel coming at you from Lafayette Upper Elementary School to bring you another lesson today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today we are continuing our discussion and learning about our unit of probability. Remember, probability is the likelihood of something happening, an outcome desired. And you can see on your screen, I have a spinner here. And I'm able to spin this spinner around to get a certain color. Now each color has an equally likely chance of being spun to. All right, there I spun a blue. Here I spun a yellow. Another cyan and a blue. So they have an equal chance of being landed on. That doesn't mean that they're always going to land on each other once every 4 times. It just means there's an equally likely chance. Well, you're probably thinking, but Mr. Engel, there's more terms than just equally likely. Well, yeah, take a look here. If I adjust the spinner here, it's more likely that I spin a red, and least likely that I spin a cyan or light blue. Let's take a look. Now, it's definitely not impossible that I spin a blue, a yellow, a light blue, or a red. But the more times I spin it, the more times I'm going to hit red because it's more likely. And at the least times I'm going to hit cyan or light blue because it's least likely. And one thing I could say about the blue and the yellow is that they're equally likely to be hit. And if you want to talk about impossible, well, I've got 4 colors here. The more I spin it, there's just no chance I can spin a green on this spinner. I could spin it 20 times, 50 times, 100, 1,000, a million times. I will never spin a green on this spinner. Well, you're probably thinking, okay, Mr. Engel, well, how would you have it certain that you spin a certain color? Well, I would have to have just one color on here, right? And if I spun here, it is certain that that spinner is going to land on blue. The more times I spin it, it is just guaranteed that I will spin on blue. And so you probably had spinners in board games and activities that you probably didn't know that you were engaging in a probability activity. Well, another activity that you may or may not have known goes along with probability is rolling a die. So if you've got one die, you've got a 1 in 6 chance to roll a number. So if I roll random dice, there I got a 5. If I roll it again, I got a 2. And this is just like if you were to roll a dice in a board game or Yahtzee or something that you do with dice. It's all probability. And here on the dice, each outcome is equally likely to occur. All right? There are no guarantees or certain outcomes here. I can't be certain that I'm going to roll a certain number because it's a 6-sided die. All right? For impossible, I cannot roll a 7. I could roll this dice all the way till the end of 2021, and it would be impossible for me to roll a 7. Well, what if I add another die and have 2 dice and I roll here? Well, the only thing that would change in terms of impossibility is that now it would be impossible for me to roll a 1 because I have 2 dice and there's no zeros on each of the dice. There, it's all 1 through 6. It's impossible to roll a 1. And we go into the more likely to roll a 7, least likely to roll a 2 or a 12. And it's equally likely, or I should say it's not quite equally likely to roll all the numbers. So now let's take it over to playing cards. I'm sure many of you have seen playing cards or even played cards at home. Well, here we've got a 1 in 52 chance in selecting a card. So there's 52 cards in a deck, and it's equally likely to pick a card. No card is more likely or least likely to be chosen at random. Okay? But it should be noted that there are 2 colors of cards. There are red and there are black cards. So it's an equally likely chance you pick a red card because there's 26 in there, and there's an equally likely chance that you pick a black card if you pick at random. Also, there are 4 suits. So there's different signals or images on a card. There's hearts, there's diamonds, there's clubs, look like a black clover, and there's spades. If I could just click this enough, you get a spade. So you have a 1 in 4 chance. It is equally likely to pick one of those suits. And so that concludes our video talking about different scenarios and different outcomes and different chances on having something be impossible, certain, less likely, more likely, or equally likely. I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you back in the building. Have a good one.